Hey guys, so I am filming a video today to show you guys all of the new products that I've been using in my videos lately. A bunch of stuff that I've bought that I've never really showed you guys. Haven't done like a haul on it. Let's get rid of that. So we're gonna get into the little haul video. I almost said tutorial, ha ha ha. We're gonna get into the haul and I'll show you guys all of the stuff behind me. This is just the stuff that I wear on a daily basis or things that I might decide to wear. Yay, let's go see what all the stuff that made me poor. So first thing I bought was this actual little storage thing for my everyday makeup. It's rather convenient. But let's get into my brushes first. I bought a few new brushes just because as I got more into it, I realized I needed more brushes for things. Like before, this has been the brush that I've had forever. I'm so popular. I love brushes. But I was in Claire's and they had these brushes and it was buy one, get one, half off or whatever. And I just liked how they looked, and I was like, well, there's no such thing as a bad makeup brush, which is true, I feel like, unless it sheds incredibly. But most times, there's no such thing as a bad makeup brush. So I just figured if I have to work with them a little bit more to get the product I want, then I will. The two brushes I got were, one is a powdered brush, an angled powdered brush and these are both from Icing actually, not from Claire's, they're from Icing. And I don't know how much they cost, but they're so soft. That's part of the reason why I bought them. They're so soft. Like this one's more compact and it picks up the makeup like easier, but it's not as soft, which is probably why it picks up the makeup easier. And then this one's just softer. This one I use for like, obviously for powders. This one I'm gonna use if I want a more concentrated whatever, like highlighting or contouring. I'm going to use this brush, and for like powders like blush, I just pat it on and, you know, brush like that. So that's what I use this one for. And then when I was trying to de-shine my face with a nice setting powder, a nice loose powder, it was CoverGirl Translucent Tawny, by the way, in case you're wondering. I used this big powder brush, but I've never had like a huge powder brush. And like I love like the brushes, especially like things that are going to be in like the drugstore or in like, you know, Icing or Claire's, where like a lot of girls are just getting into makeup, and it'll tell you like on the brush what it's used for. This is a powder bronzer brush, and I just dip that in and like look at that, I've already covered like my whole face and it's so light. It gives such a light coverage. You know, I'll just take this brush and I'll just blend my lightly brush and just blend everything together. And it works out really well, which I love. Another brush that I got, which you guys have seen in a lot of videos, and I just used it, so that's why it's really dirty, is this Real Techniques stippling brush. In case, and I've said it before, Real Techniques by Samantha Chapman. It was $10 at Ulta. I already stepped on it, so the handle broke. Or like, it didn't break, it dented, but that doesn't really matter because I hold it right here for kind of a light coverage. I put 2 layers on today though, because I have like you guys probably think I'm crazy, you probably can't see it, but no, I put 2 layers on. But right here I have like pimple scars. I can feel them. There's one right here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I have like pimple scars. I've never had acne, but I did have like 4 really bad pimples. So the next brush I bought was a Sonia Kashuk brush, and it's just like a powder brush. It's kind of flat. Like this one's really brown and this one's kind of flat, which I love. A lot of times I'll take this. What I really need to do is get one of those fan brushes, but I never knew what they were for until I started doing this recently. I just started doing this like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I take the brush and I'll like dip it in bronzer, or if I'm gonna contour, I'll dip it in that, and I'll hold it like this in the fan out motion and just brush it up right here, just to add a nice like shimmer sparkle type thing or whatever with bronzer. So, or like if I'm trying to get a really cut jaw right here, then yeah, I'll do this with the contour, which I guess I can go ahead and show you that in a second. Some thing else that I bought, this is gonna be a really long video, is the e.l.f. makeup mist and set, which I really love because it was really affordable. e.l.f. is a really affordable brand, and before you could only really find them like online, and now they're in Target. Target carries e.l.f., which is really, really good. And for a product that's so affordable, you would think it wouldn't be as good quality. I kind of like live by this stuff, like, and you don't want to spray too much when you do it. You want to do, I do one here in the center. I hold it this far out from my face. I spray here, I spray on the sides, and I spray on the other side, and that's it. If you put 2 layers, you know, you might end up oily, or you might, I don't know. I did 2 layers once. I didn't like it. I don't think I was that like happy with how my makeup lasted. And then also there is the Mineral e.l.f. primer, which is completely clear. There we go. So it's really clear, and I just use that like very lightly. I'll do it here and on my eyelids and like on my T-zone, and kind of brush it across my face. Like I might put it here and then do my T-zone, because if you put too much primer, that's never good. Your makeup might not last. And then I just got like, ooh, this brush I live by. This is how I do my eyebrows now. This is what makes my eyebrows look so pretty. It is an e.l.f. professional concealer brush. It's really, really little, which is perfect for getting right here and right here. That's how my eyebrows get so perfect. And then I just got another e.l.f. eyeshadow brush, because literally this is the only eyeshadow brush I had, and this one's a little bit more compact, which I love. It really helps the color. Now I just use this one when I'm highlighting my brow bone. Another e.l.f. product, because you know I just cleaned Target out, is the clear high def powder. Now this I like to put, sometimes I'll put it under my eyes, but I don't really like how it looks. I feel like sometimes it darkens under my eyes or grades it out. Like to set my concealer, instead I'll use, you want to use the same color translucent powder under your eyes. Like I'll use the CoverGirl translucent tawny under my eyes, which is a brown loose powder, which is better than using, especially when you're dark skinned. When you're white, when you're more fairer skinned, it might not matter as much. But when you're dark skinned, these clear products will make you look gray, because that component will show up on your skin where it wouldn't show up on someone fair. As you can tell, it's white. Comes with a little powder puff. I don't really use this. I choose to use a wedge sponge instead, and I just put like, I'll prime my eyes with the face primer, which I don't buy an eye primer. I haven't had any problems with creasing. I'll use the e.l.f. face primer, and then I'll put a BB cream on, the Maybelline BB cream, let everything set, and then I'll put the e.l.f. high def powder on and use the sponge to apply it, and then just take a kabuki and lightly brush it off. And that's how I do my eyes. That's how I start. Like I'll put concealer on, and then I'll use the e.l.f. powder to set the concealer, and that's how I get like no creasing. Now I kind of live by a BB cream now. It's my life. I love BB creams, and if you watch any of my newer tutorials, you'll see me use a BB cream each and every time. Sometimes I use a primer under the BB cream, like today I've done that, and I've had my makeup on all day. My makeup's been on since about 11, and it's about 8 o'clock right now. And I've been out and about and like running errands, and everything stayed in the same place. So I contribute that to my BB cream, which also acts as a primer, so I'm like double priming, and my makeup mist and set. Moving on, I also bought this at Big Lots, which I just use to house all my everyday brushes and stuff. I put my spray in here. I keep my primer in here. Big fluffy brushes over here. Anything that gets powder or foundation or concealer goes over here. And then eye brushes like eyeshadows, blenders, anything that goes with eyeshadows is gonna go in here. And this is just how I remember to use everything too. I remember to do my primer, remember to do my BB cream and everything like that. And I use my Naked palette almost every day. I'm wearing a Naked look right now. I will put the link for that video right here. somewhere, probably here. Alright, so the Revlon Brow Fantasy, which I've showed you guys this. Everything I've showed you guys basically. And this I love because one end you're gonna have your pencil to fill in, and on the other end you're gonna have your gel brush, which is gonna help keep the stray hairs away. Amazing Cosmetics concealer. I live by this stuff now. This is the concealer that matches me the best. Like, you guys will see when I put it on in videos, it just blends into my skin. It's maybe half a shade lighter than my face, which is good because under your eyes you want a little bit lighter, and on your nose and stuff, but it's not to the point that my Maybelline 30 was. This was just like obnoxiously light, and I used to have to work with it and mix it, and it didn't last. This is of a thicker consistency. It's $22, but a little bit goes a very long way. Like that, I'm not even gonna squeeze anything out. Just gonna put that on my hand like that, and look how much coverage it's doing. I can cover my whole hand with that little bit that we just used. And if I blend it out better, you like can't even tell it's on my hand, but yet it's providing the coverage necessary. See? You can tell, you can see the coverage a little bit, see the difference, but it's not like, oh wow, she's wearing concealer. Elf oil blotting sheets, $1 for, you get 1,706 of these. NYX lip glosses. I really like these. These are very, if you're African American, or if you know African American, which you better, you will know that it's very hard to find a pink that doesn't make you look crazy. I had pink lipstick on earlier. I don't even smear, like I don't smooth it on. I dab and then I lip gloss over it. It's obviously worn off by now, but yeah, it's still there a little bit. But I keep it very subtle because pink is so hard for dark skin for some reason. So hard. I got a bunch of e.l.f. blushes. My favorite one I actually keep in my car, so I don't feel like getting it right now. But this is my other favorite, which is a very pinky pink, and it is called Pink Passion. NYX bronzer, Bronze Ensemble in shade 2. So I usually just dab my brush in it and mix it all together and just like throw it over my highlight. I highlight my cheeks and then I throw the bronzer over it to add some color so I don't look so ghostly. And last but not least, my newest, most favoriteest purchase is Ebony Bronze bronzer by CoverGirl from their Queen collection. And if you've never heard of their Queen collection, it came out a few years ago, and Queen Latifah was the spokesmodel, and it was their makeup line for African American or dark skinned women of color, you know. And so this is a bronzer that is actually dark enough that it's $6 if you can find it in stores. You can't find it in stores, at least not in Florida. I can guarantee you that much. I had to order it from Walmart online because you go into Walgreens and the darkest shade they have, or like their version of medium, is like paler than most pale people I know. We'll just say that. So that was just but I was determined to get it, and I have it and I love it, and it's my first time using it today, so I'm still playing around with it. That brings us to the end of this lovely haul. All this stuff seriously put me in the poorhouse. Like, girl, I'm in college. People like comment on my videos like, oh, you should have used this, you should have got this, you should have got that. Honey, I just paid $200 for one book for a visual communications class. I have 4 classes. 2 times 4. All right then. So that little, you know, eyelid primer is gonna have to wait 2 seconds because I have to get myself an education.